Okay, you guys, I hope you took notes over the first video recommended. Use your notes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go over like a summary of what those two special right triangles are supposed to be. The first one, the 45, 45, 90, as he was saying, by putting the two tick marks, we say that it's a 45, 45, 90. And both sides are congruent. They're the same length. Okay, so whatever one side is, the other one is the same thing. And the hypotenuse is x square root of 2. In a 30, 60, 90, the proportion is different. The bottom is going to be 60. The top is going to be 30. So across from the 30-degree angle, you have the short leg. Across from the 60, it's x square root of 3. And across from the right angle, which is the hypotenuse, that would be twice the short leg. Okay? So with those two special formulas, those two triangles, we're going to go ahead and work on problem number 1. See, number 1 is a 45, 45, 90. One of the sides, one of the legs is 2. So the other leg is the same thing. So that would be 2. So y is equal to 2. The x is the hypotenuse. So therefore, whatever the leg is, which is 2, times square root of 2 is the hypotenuse. So y is equal to 2 and the hypotenuse is 2 square root of 2. Now in problem number 4, notice that it's also 45, 45, 90. Since one leg is 5, the other leg is the same thing, is 5. And the hypotenuse across on the right angle, that is the hypotenuse. You have that side is the leg times square root of 2. So it's 5 square root of 2, okay? So if you have a 45, 45, 90, both legs are the same length, and the hypotenuse is the leg times square root of 2. So in number 4 is the same thing. Both legs are 5, and the hypotenuse is 5 square root of 2. Now in problem number 2, it's a little different because it's a 30, 60, 90. See, the 30-degree angle, it's at the bottom, which means that across from the 30 is the short leg. Across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. As we know, the hypotenuse is twice the short leg, which means that if the hypotenuse is 10, then the short leg, which is a y, is half of 10, and half of 10 is 5. So the hypotenuse is 10, the short leg is 5. And now based on the formula, if you recall, the formula says if the short leg is x, the hypotenuse is 2x, the long leg, which is the side across from the 60-degree angle, is x square root of 3, which is the short leg times square root of 3. So if the short leg is 5, the long leg is 5 square root of 3. And now, if you look at number 3 says the long leg is 5 square root of 3, which means it's pretty much the same thing as the previous problem. Then the short leg would be just x, because the long leg is x square root of 3, so x is 5, therefore y equals to 5. And then the hypotenuse, which is across from the right angle, is twice the short leg. And since the short leg was 5, x is 2 times 5, which is 10. Now problem number 5, they're giving us the hypotenuse. Let me put the rules based on the pattern. Hypotenuse is 2x. Across from the 30 is a short leg, which is x. And the long leg is x square root of 3. So if the hypotenuse is 3, then, and that is twice the short leg, well, we just divide by 2, we get half. So the short leg is 3 halves. You can just leave it like that. And therefore the long leg, that is x square root of 3, and x is 3 halves, well then the long leg is 3 halves square root of 3. Number 6, oh, this is a 45, 45, 90. Okay, I'm going to put what the pattern says. X, 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 square root of 2. Okay, so if the hypotenuse is x square root of 2, and that is 2 square root of 2, so x is equal to 2. Therefore, both legs are the same, which is 2. Number 7, here, if I put the rule says the pattern is x, x, and then it's x square root of 2. So the 45, 45, 90 has a square root of 2, and the 30, 60, 90 has a square root of 3. Just remember that tip, okay? So if this side given is 4 square root of 2, then the other side should be the same thing. So n is 4 square root of 2. And now, since m is supposed to be the x, which is 4 square root of 2, times square root of 2, well, here we multiplied the number times the number, and it's like a 1 in front of the square root of 2, so it's 4 times 1 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. I keep that inside the radical. Square root of 4 is just 2, and 4 times 2 is 8. So m equals 8. Okay, those are the two missing values. In pattern number 8, I have a 30, 60, 90. So let me first put the rule. Across from the 30, I always do that, okay? Is x, the long leg is x square root of 3, and the hypotenuse is 2x. So they're giving me the x. Therefore, the long leg must be x, which is 2 square root of 3, times the square root of 3, because that's part of the pattern. Well, again, here, the square root of 3 is like having a 1 square root of 3. Then you multiply the outside number with the outside number. 2 times 1 is 2. Inside of the radical with the inside of the radical. Keep it inside the radical. 3 times 3 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. And then 3 times 2 is 6. So n equals 6. Then to find the m, which is a hypotenuse, that's twice the short leg. So m is twice the short leg, and the short leg is 2 square root of 3. Notice that I'm putting inside the parentheses because I'm going to have to multiply, okay? So the number outside with the coefficient that is outside the parentheses, and that would be 4. So the answer is 4 square root of 3, and that's number 8. Now at this point, I would like for you to pause this video, go to the back of this paper, try the problems by yourself, then continue with the video to check to see if you got all the answers on the back correct. On Monday, I'm going to pick up this paper. Also, make sure that you work on the review. Once you have the review completed and you have done every single problem, then check your answers. I'm going to send you the key to the review so you can check to see if you got them right. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.